This is 10 games that defines childhood as voted for by the Dysfunctional Gaming community. Our members are from around the world in a wide range of ages, so it's definitely an interesting mix. If you're not already a part of the community and would like to join, or if you'd just like to vote for our next video, go check out our links in the description below, and be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video because there are honorable mentions and quite a bit of shouting. But for now, my name is Ran, and on with the list. Number 10, Harry Potter. From books to films, Harry Potter was such a popular franchise that EA Games decided to capitalize on this and brought out their own set of corresponding games. From a third-person perspective, you get to play as the boy who lived himself, working your way through many different challenges. The games feature heavy elements of action and puzzle solving, including being able to learn spells, fight various creatures, and even taking on He Who Must Not Be Named. If you are a huge fan of the books and film series, chances are you dreamed of having magical abilities of your own and attending Hogwarts. These games allowed players to do exactly that, transporting them into the enchanted world of witchcraft and wizardry, allowing them to immerse themselves in the day-to-day lives of Harry and his best friends Ron and Hermione. Number 9, Medieval. A longtime favorite among gamers, Medieval is an early hack-and-slash RPG starring the brave Sir Daniel Fortescue. He's accidentally reanimated along with an army of zombie skeletons by the evil Zarok who wants to take over the kingdom of Galamir. Dan's mission is simply to stop Zarok and his army so he may leave the mortal realm. The often comedic storyline and creepy atmosphere made Medieval stand apart from the crowd, and the easy-to-pick-up-and-play mechanic made it a fast favorite. Being able to tell your friends how you beat one of the bosses in the game using only your arm as a boomerang will always be the stuff of pure legend. Fans of the series were excited to hear that it will be getting remastered for the PS4, and many hold out hope that this may mean a third sequel is in the works. Number 8, Tomb Raider. Having spawned sequel after sequel, a few movies, and even some comic books and novels, there's no doubt the Tomb Raider series deserves a spot on our list. Between action-packed shootouts, challenging puzzles, climbing through ruins, battling dinosaurs, and let's not forget locking the butler in the freezer for absolutely no reason, it's easy to see why everyone fell in love with Lara Croft. This series had us hooked from the start. For many of us, it was the first fully 3D game that had such large levels. Each required quite a bit of skill and problem solving to navigate, and Lara's adventures have only gotten more difficult and complicated over time. Tomb Raider was almost scrapped entirely when Angel of Darkness was poorly received back in 2003, but thanks to a well-timed remake of the first game, players regained interest in the series, and it's been going strong ever since. Number 7, Goldeneye. For so many somewhat older gamers, this first-person shooter based off the James Bond movie of the same name is what got us into multiplayer gaming in the first place. The thrill of gathering your friends around the N64, surrounded by snacks, and a race to see who can get the golden gun first is a memory we hold dear today. This game taught us strategy, teamwork, hand-eye coordination, and most importantly, how to put on a brave face when you're 10 deaths and 3 kills down. The game was created by a team of only 9 brave individuals and faced a lot of hurdles, nearly being cancelled more than once, but we're all very glad that it pulled through and made it onto our list. Number 6, Spyro. With high-definition remakes for the first 3 games on the horizon, Spyro is currently stoking the flames of nostalgia for everyone, especially me. The original series was made by Insomniac Games and featured a little purple dragon who starts off as an underdog and then flame blasts his way towards being a hero, saving the world from a different villain in each game. His sidekick, Sparks the Dragonfly, keeps track of your health and takes care of little tasks like collecting gems while you're busy roasting baddies. Be sure to keep him at full health by feeding him butterflies, because if Sparks disappears, it's a pain in the neck to pick up every single gem on your own, and you definitely want every last gem if you plan on getting access to the bonus realms after beating the boss. The duo make a lot of friends along the way, but the third game, my favorite, also included the addition of realms in which you get to play as some of them, each with their own abilities and skill sets. Spyro and the gang have changed a lot over the years, but they still comfortably glide into the 6th position on our list without even having to press triangle for that extra little boost. Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog. Heavily influenced by pop culture, the Sonic games had catchy tunes, flashy design, and were revolutionarily fast-paced for the time. It's no wonder so many kids couldn't put it down. Sega's flagship character was cobbled together from Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, and even Michael Jackson in an effort to make him as appealing to the public as possible, and it worked. The first game for Sega Genesis very quickly made Sonic a household name and forced Mario to share his throne. While Mario has remained top dog over the years, it must be said that a large portion of Sonic's fanbase have stayed rabidly devoted to the series, turning out fan-created content to this day. The cartoon, which was comparably more successful than Mario's, may be to thank for this, but the games will always have a special place in our hearts. Number 4, Crash Bandicoot. Crash recently re-entered our lives with an HD remake and reminded us all what challenging video games are really like. Enough to make us ask ourselves, did they make it more difficult, or are we all just worse at video games than we were as kids? The truth is, the original game was one of the first to scale difficulty according to the skill of the player, becoming easier if you died more often. The story was simple and familiar. Your task is to stop the evil neocortex from taking over the world with the help of a very creepy mask. With its lovable, distinctive characters, memorable music, and levels that were just the right amount of frustrating, Crash Bandicoot will always be a nostalgic favorite. Number 3, Mario. Though he isn't at the top of our list, Mario may just be the most iconic character of all time, and not just in video games, rivaling even Mickey Mouse in popularity. He first appeared in 2 Donkey Kong arcade games in the 80s before him and his brother were granted a series of their own just 2 short years later. The pair have been solid figures in gaming ever since, having countless sequels on every console that Nintendo had to offer. Mario has appeared in a total of over 200 games, his own cartoon show, and even a live-action film, though most of us would rather forget about that last one. The fact that Mario came in 3rd place on our list is testament to just how stiff the competition was, but that's only fair after he ruined so many friendships with Mario Kart. Number 2, Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda, much like a few of the titles in this video, is a major classic and a huge part of many gamers' history. Another thing it shares is that people never seem to get tired of playing it, no matter how outdated the graphics become. The Legend of Zelda originally came out for the SNES back in 1986, and has since had a total of 19 games in the series. In these games, you must travel the lands as the hero Link in search of items and power to help you in your quest to save Hyrule, and usually a certain princess, from the evil that threatens it. Be it the 8-bit style of the first game or the free-roaming open-world style of the new Breath of the Wild, just about anyone can enjoy this series and the challenges that it provides. Number 1, Pokemon. What is there to even say? Whether you're 7 or 70, odds are you know a little something about Pokemon. Everyone, and I mean everyone, has played it. Whether it's red, blue, green, yellow, black, white, sun, moon, go, or even if you were a card game fiend like me. No matter what form it took, chances are that Pokemon has been in your life at some point, and you were completely obsessed with catching that one elusive Pokemon you wasted all of your Great Balls on. One day Zapdos. Who doesn't remember grinding your way to the top of the Elite Four, catching all the Pokemon you could, just to use the first 6 that you caught because they're the strongest? The game is a masterpiece, something that grew up with us and will continue to do so. We love you, Pokemon, and that's why you're our number 1. Don't ever change.
Okay, here's my contribution to the should have been here list. What about Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid was good. It's
No, it was good. It should be on a top 10 list of like childhood games.
In place of Spyro.
Tombi and stuff like that, I've never heard of it. Everyone knows it.
No.
Right, I think we can all just be happy that Pokemon is top of the list.
No.
And everyone's argument aside.
Has anybody else heard of Tombi besides
I've heard of it. I've
No.
never played it. I've heard of it.
No.
Oh my gosh. So you're a little pink guy running around in pants attacking pigs, essentially.
Why is Final Fantasy not on there?
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
List. Final Fantasy.
I've not played a Final Fantasy game.
You've not played as like you love all people, Jack. I would have thought.
I was too busy with Pokemon.
Yeah, the 80s. 1987 was the first release of the Final Fantasy game.
Final
First
Fantasy
Final
is
Fantasy
older
game.
than me. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
December 18th.
Alright, Pokemon's older than me.
Yeah, everything's older than you.
Yeah. I liked the first and second one.
I got into
First
it
and
as
second,
well.
The third one was the first one that I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to move into that
well,
next. There was
he's-
Age of Empires, there was
Yes.
Warcraft, there
Oh,
was
RuneScape.
EverQuest,
The Oregon
there
Trail.
was RuneScape, Oregon Trail,
No, God.
Minesweeper, there was
Minesweeper.
Solitaire.
Pinball.
Solitaire, there was Pinball.
I'm sorry,
Solitaire.
gotta throw it out
Best
to Pong. Gotta throw it out to Pong. What a legend.
1970.
Veteran of the scene.
What's the duck hunting one? We used to shoot the ducks.
Duck Hunt.
That's it. It's the that.
Games right there.
That was actually that's actually a good one to mention though, because a lot of kids played Duck Hunt.
See,
I never played that.
one that's got to be mentioned at some point is the Donkey Kong franchise.
Donkey Kong Country specifically.
Oh, Donkey Kong 64. I played the hell out of that.
I had them all three, because there was one where it was Donkey Kong and his son, Donkey Kong's son and his sister, and then the sister and a big ass baby, and I just remember playing right through them. I even bought them again for the Wii. You could get them all on the game, the Wii, and they're just great. And also Donkey Kong precedes Mario Brothers, because that's where Mario made his name. It was through Donkey Kong game.
I played Final Fantasy, and I played Crash Bandicoot, but I played the racing game more than the actual game.
Crash Team Racing.
And also Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat! Yes!
Mortal Kombat
Peter.
and Street Fighter.
Peter,
Tekken.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say Street Fighter probably.
Peter,
More
did
than
you ever
Tekken.
play a game called Dragoons?
Dragoons. It sounds familiar, and I might have played it on the
It
Amiga.
was an old top-down RTS. Top-down RPG.
It might have been on the Amiga that I played it on.
Yeah, it was a turn-based one.
It sounds really
Yeah.
familiar.
Dragoons. I used to play that.
Did anyone ever play any of the Army Men?
Army Men.
Army Men 3D was one that was released on the PlayStation 1. But that's, I mean, you're talking about PC games. Army Men was one of the ones that I had on the PC. And that blew my mind, that the wee plastic figures that I had were suddenly coming to life. And
Were you suddenly suspicious of your actual plastic figurines, or
a little bit. Every now and again, I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be like, he's moved. Wee Stevie has decided that he's looking at me now.
So what do you think? Did we forget anything important? Were some of the suggestions absolute garbage? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and keep an eye out for our next video about games that have ruined friendships. If you have any ideas for other videos you'd like to see, be sure to let us know.